Good evening and welcome to Express News. I'm Amrit Pal Singh. Let's take a look at the top stories that we're following at this hour. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Bishkek to participate in the 19th Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit. Prime Minister Modi will be addressing the plenary session of the SCO Summit, where he'll be presenting his vision for the regional cooperation and development through the SCO Forum. Prime Minister Modi held delegation talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping on the sidelines of the SCO Summit. Cyclone Vayu changes its course, does not hit the Gujarat coast. Airports have been shut and over 70 trains cancelled as precautionary measure. The government's alertness for Cyclone Vayu continues with the same intensity. People evacuated to safe places. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh reviews preparations of the Indian Coast Guard and Navy for tackling Cyclone Vayu and is monitoring the situation. Airports Authority of India says the impact of Cyclone Vayu has been milder at most airports in Gujarat. No damage to aerodromes infrastructure so far. To avoid disruptions and damages to infrastructure, the Airports Authority of India has suspended flight operations at airports in Porbandar, Diu, Bhavnagar, Kishod and Kandla for the 24 hours starting midnight on Wednesday. West Bengal Governor Kesrinath Tripathi calls an all-party meeting as the post-poll violence continues. West Bengal Governor sends a letter to all 4 prominent political parties in Bengal urging them to attend the meet at the Raj Bhavan. Bharati Janata Party President and Union Home Minister Amit Shah holds a meeting with the party state chiefs and general secretaries in New Delhi. BJP's national office bearers and senior party leaders including Shivraj Singh Chauhan, Raman Singh, Vasundhara Raje, Kailash Vijayvargiya, Bhupender Yadav and JP Nadda attend the meeting. Among those arrested was the main accused, Mohammad Azharuddin, who is suspected to have recruited persons from Kerala and Tamil Nadu with an intention of carrying out attacks in South India. In Srinagar, wreath-laying ceremony of CRPF Jawans who lost their lives in the Anantnag terror attack was held today. UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath announces 25 lakh rupees and a government job to the kin of the 2 CRPF personnel from the state who lost their lives in Anantnag terror attack yesterday. Al-Umar Mujahideen outfit has claimed responsibility for the attack. 5 CRPF Jawans attained martyrdom in a hit-and-run attack by terrorists in South Kashmir's Anantnag district yesterday. The Indian Air Force confirms there are no survivors from the recent crash of the AN-32 aircraft. 8 members of the rescue team reached the crash site near Lipo in Arunachal Pradesh this morning. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh informed the media that Chandrayaan-2 will be launched on the 15th of July. Indian Air Force pays tribute to the brave air warriors who lost their lives during the AN-32 crash on the 3rd of June 2019 and stands with the families of the victims. A 8-member team of scientists from the Institute of Advanced Virology, Kerala and the National Institute of Virology in North Paravur in Ernakulam to collect samples from fruit-eating bats to find the source of the Nipah virus. Civil Surgeon Dr. Shailesh Prasad Singh says the death toll has risen to 47 due to acute encephalitis syndrome in Muzaffarpur in Bihar. West Bengal Chief Minister warns striking doctors of SSKM Medical College and Kolkata Hospital, says start working within 4 hours. Strong action will be taken against those doctors who do not perform their duties. Delhi members of the Resident Doctors Association of All India Institute of Medical Sciences work wearing helmets and bandages as mark of protest against the worsening of violence against medical doctors in West Bengal. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar conducts a high-level meeting to tighten the prohibition in the state directs police personnel to take in writing from each police station that illegal alcohol trade was not taking place in their area. Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar addresses all state agriculture ministers through video conferencing in Krishi Bhavan in the national capital, stresses on the benefits of the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Yojana. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman meets representatives from the financial sector and capital markets as part of pre-budget discussions. Deepening of the bond market, NPA issues banks, strengthening of capital market were some of the items on the agenda of the pre-budget meet. India receives foreign direct investments worth $42 billion in 2018, helped by robust inflows in manufacturing, communication and financial services. A United Nations trade report said in South Asia, FDI inflows increased by 3.5% to $54 billion, and India attracted over 77% of the total foreign direct investments that came to the region. Solar tariffs in India rose 4% from a record low, in which 5 companies won the rights to build and operate 1.2 gigawatts of projects. Benchmark indices ended mixed at close. The Sensex was down 15.45 points at 39,741.36. Meanwhile, Nifty was up 7.8 points at 11,914. About 916 shares advanced, 1590 shares declined, and 155 shares are unchanged. The rupee was trading at the day's lowest level as it is down 16 paise at 69.5 per dollar against the previous close of 69.34. Gold prices remain flat at 33,570 rupees per 10 gram in the national capital. Silver prices fell by 40 paise to 37,850 rupees per kilogram. Scientists have found that low levels of circulating vitamin K is associated with restricted mobility and disability in older adults. Study found this newly identified factor can be considered to maintain mobility and independence in old people. A new study has emphasized the role of better education than wealth in tackling cardiovascular diseases. It highlighted that education is an important factor, as being educated gives a person an ability to obtain effective care in several ways. Facebook Watch, the video-on-demand service operated by social networking giant, reaches more than 720 million people monthly and 140 million people daily who spend more than 26 minutes in Watch every day. Uber is all set to start test drone delivery of food orders for its Uber Eats service. Finishing with initial phase of testing with McDonald's as partner, Uber is planning to merge with the other food outlets as well. Google CEO Sundar Pichai said that the scale of India's market has allowed Google to develop new products in the country and take it to the global level. And NASA renamed its street outside its Washington headquarters to honor 3 black female mathematicians who contributed to space flight research from the 1940s to 1960s, when the United States first sent men to orbit and then walk on the moon. Despite their achievements, all 3 had to confront racial segregation of the era. E-commerce major Amazon India launched a program called Amazon Flex, under which individuals can sign up, create their own schedule and earn 120 rupees to 140 rupees per hour or delivering packages on behalf of Amazon. It has been launched in Bengaluru, Mumbai and Delhi and will be expanded to more cities later this year. A fake video of Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg, known as deepfake, is going viral. The video, created by artist Bill Posters and Daniel Howe, is showing Zuckerberg to look realistic and overlays with custom audio. New Zealand scientists said that fungal respiratory disease aspergillosis has claimed lives of 7 kakapos parrots in the Codfish Island. Enoch Mlangeni has gone viral on social media as he painted South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa's painting with coffee. Renowned author Amitav Ghosh was awarded the 54th Gyanpith Award for his contribution to enrichment of Indian literature in English. He became the first English writer to receive the Gyanpith 2018 award. A 22-year-old engineer, Zonil Saugajam from Manipur, was awarded $5,000 by Facebook for detecting a bug. He came across this bug during a voice call with his friend and Facebook fixed it within 15 days. Superstar Shah Rukh Khan will be the chief guest at this year's India Film Festival of Melbourne, managed by the Victorian Government of Australia. The IFFM will celebrate courage as it is the central theme. Visitors have been going crazy over Los Angeles' newest pop-up museum, World of Fruit. The exhibition celebrates all things fruity, from a room filled with giant pink spotted banana segments to another with watermelon themed swings and seesaws. A 70-year-old man from the Syrian city of Aleppo has become the yellow man after wearing only yellow for the last 36 years. The man has become a unique symbol for bringing joy among the residents. The 10 candidates in the race for becoming next Prime Minister of Britain and the head of Conservative Party face first round of voting today. US President Donald Trump says he had no specific deadline for a trade deal with China that would allow Beijing to escape the imposition of 25% tariffs on $300 billion worth of exports to the United States. The United States accuses North Korea of violating a UN-imposed ceiling on fuel imports by conducting dozens of ship-to-ship transfers at sea that broke international sanctions. US President Donald Trump says he hopes things may work out between the Chinese central government and Hong Kong as protesters against the controversial extradition bill. President Donald Trump says that the United States will deploy 1,000 additional troops in Poland, a move that may raise security concerns from Russia. US State Secretary Mike Pompeo has lauded Prime Minister Narendra Modi's impressive victory in recent Lok Sabha elections. Speaking at India Idea Summit of US-India Business Council in Washington, Pompeo said that America is open to dialogue on trade issues. In Hong Kong, no time has been set aside for debate the highly controversial extradition law that has drawn large-scale protests, says a Legislative Council official. The bill was postponed yesterday. Authorities shut government offices in the financial district of Hong Kong for the rest of the week after it sees violence on the controversial extradition bill. Commuters in Hong Kong face hard time due to slowdown in transportation. Taiwan President Tsai Ing-wen voices support for Hong Kong protesters against the anti-extradition law. That Hong Kong's planned extradition law has triggered concerns about human rights. China's Foreign Ministry spokesman Geng Shuang says that the Chinese government strongly condemns the violent behavior of the protesters in Hong Kong, however supports the government there. Chinese President Xi Jinping attends a welcome ceremony hosted by Kyrgyzstan's President Suronbay Jinbekov in Bishkek. She is paying a state visit to Kyrgyzstan. Leaders of both nations meet pledging joint efforts to promote bilateral ties, reflecting on the traditional friendship between the countries. They discuss the future of bilateral relations with an exchange of views on issues of common concern. China inaugurates its Science and Technology Innovation Board at the Shanghai Stock Exchange, kicking off the country's much-anticipated capital market reform this year. Russian President Vladimir Putin in an interview says that the relations between Russia and US are getting worse and worse, noting that the current US administration had imposed dozens of sanctions against Russia. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe arrived in Iran on Wednesday to begin a historic trip to the Middle Eastern country, where he is expected to try to mediate escalating tensions between Washington and Tehran. Abe's two-day visit is the first to Iran for a Japanese premier since Takeo Fukuda in 1978. No Japanese sitting prime minister has visited Iran after the 1979 revolution. After meeting Shinzo Abe, the Iranian President Hassan Rouhani says that Japan wants to keep buying Iranian oil as tensions between Tehran and Washington stokes fears of fresh conflict in the Middle East. The lower house of Japan's parliament has passed a new law in which people operating drones after consuming alcohol can face jail term up to 1 year. French Finance Minister Bruno Le Maire says that the government didn't oppose a merger deal between carmaker Renault and Italian-American rival Fiat Chrysler. He says that the government's key priority is to strengthen the alliance of Renault with its longtime Japanese partner Nissan. In Pakistan, a special court rejects the plea filed by former Army General Pervez Musharraf demanding to adjourn the hearing of a high treason case against him on medical grounds. The government of Pakistan is considering imposing more taxes on higher income group in the country. The average tax rates in Pakistan vary between 11 to 12%, which is also one of the cheapest tax rates globally. In Kazakhstan, Kasim Jomart Tokayev takes oath as the new president of the country. He was acting president following the surprise resignation of Nursultan Nazarbayev in March this year. Global foreign direct investment flows slid by 13% in 2018 to 113 trillion US dollars from the previous year in third straight decline, says key United Nations report. A missile fired allegedly by Houthi rebels hits the arrivals halls of Saudi Arabia's Aba inter-airport, injuring 26 people, while 18 sustained minor injuries. Rest were taken to hospital for treatment. The UAE and Gulf Cooperation Council of the GCC condemned the terrorist attack allegedly by Houthi rebels, which have resulted in the injury of many civilians. US Marshals shoot and kill a man in Memphis, sparking a major protest. At least 25 officers sustained injuries in the chaos. According to police, a crowd of people gathered after the shooting in protest, and some became unruly and began to throw rocks on them. Uganda Health Minister Ekeng Jane Ruth confirms the first case of Ebola as a 5-year-old Congolese child who is receiving care after arriving from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Congo's government declares an epidemic of measles after it kills more than 1,500 people in the first 5 months of the year. Health officials say that comprehensive vaccination programs are the only way to prevent the disease. ICC World Cup match between India and New Zealand in Nottingham delayed due to rain. Team India's batting coach Sanjay Bangur confirmed that KL Rahul will move to the top of the batting order in Shikhar Dhawan's absence. Since the 2003 World Cup, India and New Zealand have not played against each other. The last match was won by India. Today is the first World Cup meeting after 16 years. In cricket, fans did not let the gloomy weather dampen their spirits during the Indo-New Zealand match at the World Cup in Nottingham. Fans were seen supporting team jerseys and waving the Indian flag. India head coach Ravi Shastri and support staff will be handed a 45-day extension by the Committee of Administrators. Court-appointed COA will conduct the interviews for all positions after a showpiece in England. David Warner's century combined with a stunning bowling performance by Pat Cummins and Michelle Stark led Australia to a 41-run victory over Pakistan in the ICC World Cup. Mohammad Amir's career best performance of 5-30 went in vain as Pakistani batsmen failed to capitalize on their starts and went out cheaply. This resulted in a crushing 41-run defeat for Pakistan. David Warner had feared not scoring 100 in international cricket following his ball tampering ban. However, the Australian Open dispelled those fears by making a match-winning 107 against Pakistan. India will begin its bid to become the World Test Champion during its Windies tour in August. India and West Indies will play 2 tests of the World Championship during the 5-week tour. India will face Asian Games winner Japan in the semi-final of the A5H Series finals on Friday. The finalists will qualify for the A5H Olympic qualifiers. After a below par pool round where they were finished second behind lower-ranked US, world number 18 Japan thrashed Poland 6-2 in the crossovers. They would now face India in the semi-finals. France moved to the brink of qualification for the knockout phase of Women's World Cup after they beat Norway 2-1 in a Group A match. And Germany beat Spain 1-0 to earn back-to-back wins following a 1-0 nip over China. In another encounter, African champions Nigeria defeated South Korea 2-0 to earn their first 3 points. Real Madrid continued their summer spending spree on by signing left-back Ferland Mendy from Lyon. Mendy has signed a 6-year contract with Madrid. Champions Manchester City began the defence of the Premier League title away from West Ham, while Manchester United will host Chelsea in a blockbuster meeting to start the campaign. Four-time winner Chris Froome is out of the Tour de France after fracturing his leg, hip, arm and ribs in a horrific high-speed crash during a trial race. This year's Tour de France begins on the 6th of July. India's Rohan Bopanna and Denis Sharapov beat Brian Brothers, Mike and Bob 6-4, 3-6, 10-6 to move into the quarterfinals of the Mercedes Cup, where they will take on Lucas Pauli and Joe Wilfred Tsonga. Indian men's rescue team thumped Canada 5-3 to a bag full of 3-member quota for the 2020 Olympics Games at the World Archery Championships in Bosch of the Netherlands. Gymnastics Federation of India today announced the Indian team for the Senior Asian Artistic Gymnastics Championship to be held in Ulaanbaatar in Mongolia from the 19th to the 22nd of this month. Cancer-hit badminton star Lee Chong-wei announced his retirement on Thursday, ending a brilliant career in which he collected a swath of honours. WhatsApp has decided to take legal action against those who are exploiting the platform by ways of unauthorized usage of the app that has over 1.5 billion users. Salman Khan and Katrina Kaif have been winning hearts with their performance in Bharati. The film gets an outstanding ovation from critics as well as audiences. And that's all we have for you in the edition of Express News. For all the latest news and updates, you can around the clock, you can follow us on our Twitter handle and YouTube handle.